Hi students, today we are going to study a new chapter number 4, quadratic equation. In chapter number 2, we have studied about polynomials. We have studied different types of polynomials. A polynomial with a degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. A polynomial with a degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. A polynomial with a degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. Now we are moving to quadratic equation. Before that, first we have to understand what is a quadratic polynomial. Now I am going to write the general form of a quadratic polynomial. The general form of the quadratic polynomial is p of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0. This is the general form of a quadratic polynomial. Here the highest power of the variable x is 2. That's why it is called a quadratic polynomial. Here a, b, c are real numbers and x is the variable. This is the general form of a quadratic polynomial. So when we equate this quadratic polynomial equal to 0, we will get a quadratic equation. That is p of x is equal to 0 implies we will have ax square plus bx plus c which is equal to 0 and a not equal to 0. When we equate this quadratic polynomial equal to 0, we will get a quadratic equation. So the general form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a not equal to 0. If a equal to 0, this term will vanish, therefore a will not be 0. That is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a not equal to 0 is the general form of a quadratic equation. A, b, c are real numbers and x is the variable. So the general form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a not equal to 0. Now I am going to write some examples of quadratic equation. First one, example 1, 2x square plus 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. So here, when we equate this general form, we have a is equal to 2, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 5. A is equal to 2, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to 5. So one of the example of a quadratic equation is 2x square plus 3x plus 5 which is equal to 0. Another example is that 5x square minus 3 is equal to 0. 5x square minus 3 is equal to 0. When we compare with the general form, we will get a is equal to 5. There is no terms of x. That's why we write b is equal to 0 and c is equal to minus 3. So a is equal to 5, b is equal to 0, c is equal to minus 3. Here a is 5, a is not equal to 0, but b is 0, c is minus 3. So this is another example of quadratic equation. One more example is 3x square minus 2x is equal to 0. In this example, here a is equal to 3 and b is equal to minus 2. There is no constant term. Therefore, c is equal to 0. This is also an example of a quadratic equation because 3x square minus 2x is equal to 0. A is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 2 and c is equal to 0. Let us check whether the following are quadratic equations. X plus 1 all square is equal to 2 into x minus 3. Here x plus 1 all square, we can expand like a plus b all square. That is, a plus b all square is equal to x square plus 2ab plus b square. Therefore, x plus 1 all square is equal to x square plus 2ab. 2 into x into 1, that is 2x plus 1 which is equal to, when we multiply 2 with brackets, 2 into x, 2x, 2 into minus 3, minus 6. That is x square plus 2x plus 1. When we bring this 2x minus 6 into the LHS, we will get plus 2x will become minus 2x and minus 6 will become plus 6 in RHS. Therefore, there is only 0. x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 2x plus 6 is equal to 0. we can cut 2x plus 2x and minus 2x. Then we will get and add 1 plus 6, 7. Therefore, x square is there, 1 is there, 6 is there, 1 plus 6 is 7. X square plus 7 is equal to 0. This is an example of a quadratic equation, that is here a is equal to. So here a is equal to 1, no terms of x, therefore b is equal to 0 and c is equal to 7. Let us take another example. X square plus 3x plus 1 is equal to x minus 2 all square. Let us check whether this is a quadratic equation or not. X square plus 3x plus 1 is equal to x minus 2 all square. Expanding RHS, x square plus 3x plus 1 which is equal to x minus 2 all square is in the form of a minus b all square. A minus b all square, x square minus 2ab plus b square, that is x square minus 4x plus 4. That is x square plus 3x plus 1. Then x square plus x square comes to LHS, it will become minus x square. Minus 4x comes to LHS, it will become 4x. Then plus 4 comes to LHS, it will become minus 4, which is equal to 0. Here x square minus x square minus x square cancels. 3x plus 4x, 3x plus 4x is equal to 7x. 1 minus 4, 1 minus 4, that is minus 3, which is equal to 0. When we compare these equations with general form, there is no terms of x square, that is a is equal to 0 and b is equal to 7 and c is equal to minus 3. So a is equal to 0, b is equal to 7, c is equal to minus 3. We know that the general form of a quadratic equation is a square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and a not equal to 0. Here a is equal to 0. Therefore, it is not a quadratic equation. It is not a quadratic equation. Represents the situations in the form of a quadratic equation. We have a situation. We have to represent this situation in the quadratic equation form. The situation is the area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square. The length of the plot is 1 more than twice its breadth. So we have given that the area of the plot is 528 meters square and there is a relationship between length and the breadth. Length is 1 more than twice, 2 times its breadth. So first I am going to write the area. Area is equal to, we have given that 528 meters square. Then we have one condition, that is length is 1 more than twice its breadth. I am going to take breadth as x meter. Breadth is equal to x. The length of the plot is 1 more than twice its breadth. That is, length is equal to 1 plus twice its breadth. Breadth is x, twice of breadth means 2x, 1 plus 2x. That is, length is equal to 1 more than twice its breadth. Breadth is x, twice means 2x plus 1. That is, length is equal to 2x plus 1. Then we have length into breadth is equal to area. Length into breadth is equal to area. We have length is equal to 2x plus 1 into breadth is equal to x. 2x plus 1 into x, which is equal to area is 528 meters square. 528 meters square. That is length is 2x plus 1 meter. 2x plus 1 into x is equal to 528 meters square. When multiplying x with 2x, 2x square, x into 1, x, 2x square plus x is equal to 528. 2x square plus x is equal to 528. When we bring this 528 into the LHS, we will get 2x square plus x minus 528 which is equal to 0. So when we compare these equations with our general form of the quadratic equation, we will get A is equal to 2, B is equal to 1 and C is equal to minus 528. This is the quadratic representation of this situation. Another situation is the product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. The product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. Let us take the first integer be x. If x is the first integer, then the product of two consecutive integers, the next integer will become x plus 1. So, the product of two consecutive integers is 306 means the product of x and x plus 1 which is equal to 306. X into x plus 1 is equal to 306. When we multiply this x with the bracket, we will get x into x, x square, plus x into 1, x, which is equal to 306. When we bring this 306 into LHS, we will get x square plus x minus 306, which is equal to 0. On comparing with general form of quadratic equation, we will get A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1 and C is equal to minus 306. This is also a quadratic equation. This is the quadratic representation of this present situation. Let us consider another situation. The product of two consecutive multiples of 5 is 300. We have to write the quadratic equation of this situation. The product of two consecutive multiples of 5 is 300. Let us take the first multiple of 5 is x. Then the next multiple of 5 is x plus 5. So first multiple of 5 is x, then the next multiple of 5 is x plus 5. So according to the present condition, the product of two consecutive multiples of 5 is 300. That is, the product of x and x plus 5 is 300. So we can write x into x plus 5. This is the product of these consecutive multiples of 5. X into x plus 5 is equal to 300. Therefore, x into x, x square, x into 5, 5x, which is equal to 300. That is x square plus 5x minus 300, which is equal to 0. This is the quadratic representation of this situation. Let us discuss another situation. Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360. You have to write this situation in the quadratic equation form. So Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. Let us take Rohan's age is x years. Rohan's age is equal to x years. Then mother's age. Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. That is, mother's age is 26 plus x, or x plus 26 years. Rohan's mother's age is x plus 26 years. So, the product of their ages 3 years from now. The product of their ages 3 years from now. That is, after 3 years. After 3 years, Rohan's age is equal to percentage of Rohan is x years. After 3 years, it will become x plus 3 years. Mother's age after 3 years. Percentage is 26 plus x or x plus 26. So, after 3 years, mother's age is equal to s plus 26 plus 3. That is, implies x plus 29 years. S plus 29 years. After 3 years, Rohan's age is s plus 3 years and mother's age is s plus 29 years. Then we have a condition that the product of their ages 3 years from now will be 360. The product of their ages after 3 years is 360. After 3 years, Rohan's age is x plus 3 and mother's age is x plus 29. And the product is 360, that is x plus 3 into x plus 29 is equal to 360. X plus 3 into x plus 29 is equal to 360. Expanding this bracket, you will get x into x, x square, x into 29, 29, x plus 3 into x, 3x, 3 into 29, which is plus 87. Which is equal to 360. X square plus 29x plus 3x plus 87 is equal to 360. X square plus 29 plus 3x, that is 32x plus 87 minus 360, it will become minus 360, which is equal to 0. X square plus 32x minus 273, which is equal to 0. So we can write this situation in this form. This is the quadratic equation. We can write this situation in this form. So x square plus 32x minus 273 is equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation. So we have studied the general form of a quadratic equation, as well as we also studied how to write a situation in a quadratic equation form. Thank you.